This is Something Topical. I'm Nathan. He's Strange Wang.
Actually, what? I'm Nathan and you're Strange Wang.
That is right. I got us confused with Vice.
Did it knowing what it was going to be. Is it your documentary? Are you a movie?
If you haven't figured out, this is going to be our movie review for the Christian Bale starring movie Vice.
And he's fat. Okay. He's fat.
He gets fat. And he's like different levels of fat throughout the movie. I think that it's definite. I think his performance is Oscar nomination worthy.
Yeah.
For
Best
sure.
Picture. We just haven't got a lot of great movies. We got a bunch of good movies.
Nothing has just been like, bam, this is it. And I really wanted Vice to be that for me.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm not even into politics, but like that trailer really got me interested into it. And because of the documentary style I was trying to go for, with like the voiceover and having pictures and documents,
like actual footage from certain things and stuff like that,
years to come,
right?
And it's just like, if you're gonna do that to me, you have to go all the way. He half-assed that. Like, make it kind of like The Office or a show like that, where Modern Family, where you interview people inside of it,
right? Even though they're acting,
Like when he fires Steve Carell's character, instead of saying you're not, because that's what I would have done. It would have been more impactful to me as a viewer if you would have said, yeah, you're fired. And then it cuts back to Steve Carell and he's quiet. Yeah. And then it cuts to Steve Carell and he's like, I would have fired me too if I was in his situation.
So he kind of like narrates his own events.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I could dig that. Yeah, we've touched on it, but to make it clear, one of the issues that we both had with the movie was that sometimes it felt like a biopic, but then other times it felt like it was trying to be a documentary. Yeah. And I understand why it seems like those could work well together, and I still think that they can. The blend of actual footage with actors acting out real people's things, it just felt muddy. Like, I don't know. It just, like, I agree. I think that would have made it better. I don't know exactly what it could have done to make it 100% better, but it was an issue with the movie, I felt like. Did you have any other issues with the movie? Or anything that you liked about it?
I liked the movie. It's, like, perfectly fine. I feel like that took away too much from the story. Like, all my problems has to come with, like, it wanting to be a documentary.
Fair.
They literally just threw that in there to shock you at the end when he gets hit by the car and dies with a heart transplant.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. Which, like, that was a big shock. Like, that was a twist.
Yeah.
And, like, that is one thing that I loved about the movie was Jesse Plemons' character. And that, like...
I don't like his face.
I loved his character in the movie because he throws in that one line in the very beginning about them sort of being related, and it's just like, who is this guy? You know, like
that was interesting.
I mean, where are you coming from with this? And the fact that he ended up being the heart donor, that was a great twist. I don't know if I needed I agree. I think the abruptness of the bus, they used it to sort of break up some slow monotony of the movie, which it worked. It was just like, okay, like, what is happening here? And then they start showing what's going on. I'm like, that makes sense. One thing that you told me was that you felt like it was too much style, not enough substance. Is that something that you said? Or was that for
that's a different review.
Well, but I kind of agree.
It's the same thing. The documentary was too much style. Because
they went with that whole, like, halfway through the movie, so basically it's his turn to make a presidential run if he wants to, but his daughter just came out.
Yeah.
And then he realizes, if I do this, all my primary opponents are going to shred my daughter to pieces because she's gay and I'm a Republican, so I can't take a stand on that. It'll be a big issue, so he chooses not to run. So it looks like his political career is over. So they literally start rolling credits.
That's my favorite part of the movie.
In the middle of the movie. Yeah, I'm not knocking that. I think that's a really cool thing to do. But it also just still adds to the fact that the movie just didn't know, like, it was too many different styles. It was a bunch of genres and styles that I all loved, but they just didn't quite get melded together. But that was a really cool thing that they did. I mean, they literally rolled credits, like, in the middle of the movie. George W. is another problem. Like, that's a problem I had with the movie, in that I pay a lot more attention to politics than I used to when I was in high school. And my whole thing is I care about humans, so I don't care how much I disagree with someone politically. I'm going to respect the fact that they're intelligent, like, clearly they are somewhat smart. I understand politics is a crazy game. A lot of it is about who you know and who you pay and stuff like that. But also, like, no one is going to let a complete idiot be president. here we are in 2018. Anyways, unless you were just a complete and total dick, like, show some respect to people. So I get really, really tired of people, regardless of how they feel about his political decisions, always making George Bush seem like the biggest idiot in the entire planet in movies and stuff. It just gets old, and it's just like, we get it. He's goofy, and he is goofy.
I just wish they would have showed Sam Rockwell dodging a shoe.
Oh, that would have been great.
That's all I wanted.
Oh, if they had that in there, that would have been awesome.
And I felt like, well, like, that is throwing something in it that shouldn't be in there. And, like, it would have been funny.
It would have been funny.
But him
maybe it's an outtake.
Like, him shooting that guy.
Cheney? Yeah.
Yeah, you could have took that out, too.
Yeah, and it was like a quick glimpse.
Like, I feel like because Dick Cheney's so recent in memory for people, they threw in too much stuff instead of having, like, a dense story.
Yeah.
And my biggest problem with film in general is movies are way too long. You can always cut 10, 15 minutes off any movie, just about.
Probably. If I'm watching a documentary, not only do I not have a problem with, I expect documentaries to have an agenda, especially if they're about politics, you know?
Yeah.
Like, political agenda in documentary, I expect it. I want that. I want to hear what your opinion about this thing is. With a biopic, I want to see a Hollywood movie stylized version of a real person's life. And I feel like this movie just had a little bit too much of an agenda when it came to, like, we get it. Dick Cheney was kind of a dick, you know, for lack of a better word in this term. And, like, we get it. The filmmaker didn't like that we ended up in a war with Iraq, or people in Iraq that weren't necessarily part of that country. And, like, I get it. But also, like, they had a tough decision to make. Either give me a biopic or give me a documentary. Keep your agenda out of one, put it in the other, and I'm good to go.
Yeah. My theory about the filmmaker you brought up is, I think because Adam McKay's last film, The Big Short, did so well, nobody told him no on this film.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I did love The Big Short.
Yeah. Out of how many wangs would you give this film? Out of 10?
Out of 10, I would give Vice 5.5 wangs.
5.5 wings, would you?
Yeah, 5.5 wings for Vice. It was good.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. I feel like I learned a lot.
There's a good movie in there somewhere.
There is a good movie in there somewhere, but it's not what we got necessarily. So,
what biopic would you like to see be mixed with a documentary style? Let us know in the comment section down below. I would personally want a hard R Freddie Mercury biopic because that's what they was going for, and they changed it. Sacha Baron Cohen. I think that would have been cool still. I'm glad I got Bohemian Rhapsody. Let us know in the comments below and subscribe and like.